Pair of lefties go in Chicago today. The Mariners and the White Sox. Mariners have won the last two games in this series. For them, Edgar almost out of the bullpen and into the starting rotation for the first time. He'll be opposed by Jose Quintana, who's basically been, by definition, a quality start waiting to happen for the last couple of years. Obviously, not much to report on almost, with the exception of the fact that his fastball clocks in about 92 miles an hour on average. He should have an edge here today against a White Sox lineup which has been absolutely abysmal against left-handed pitching all season long. Their team batting average 241, but the 292 on base percentage is really horrible. The White Sox just haven't gotten it together against left-handed pitching all season long. So even though Olmos is young, he does have a lineup here that is manageable. Whether or not he can get through it, another story. He's basically a three-pitch pitcher: fastball, curveball, changeup guy. Mixes up the curve and changeup pretty good. And ratio of pitch selection here, he's about a 62% fastball thrower according to statistics. And then the curve and changeup make up the other 38%. So we'll see how he handles this lineup. I don't think he's going to go very deep into the game, and that's your problem here. That's your major issue if you're the Seattle Mariners, is you have a reliever coming in to make his first start. Even though the lineup he's facing hasn't been dominant against left-handed pitching, should he exit after 5 innings, you have to deal with your own bullpen. And boy, when Lloyd McClendon comes out of the dugout and looks down there, I just don't know who he looks at to throw. Now, the good news for Seattle is that they've added Vidal Nuno to the bullpen. To me, he's the best arm down there. Tom Wilhelmsen, a guy that they rely on the most, has thrown back-to-back days now, 39 pitches worth. So you're not going to see Wilhelmsen in this game. At least you shouldn't see him. And if you do, I would question his effectiveness on the third straight day. So it leaves you with that band of relievers that has absolutely done nothing for Seattle all season long. The White Sox should be able to capitalize on that. They don't face the same problems. Jose Quintana is extremely consistent. Like I say, by definition, this guy's a quality start waiting to happen. He's now thrown 3 consecutive quality starts. He's thrown 6 in his last 7 outings. One thing we know about Quintana, he's going to get through 6. You're going to score 3 runs or less against him. The White Sox bullpen in much better shape than Seattle's. There's been a slight move in this game toward the White Sox. Quintana opened minus 140, and in fact, over the course of the last 15 minutes here, this game has really been bet hard. White Sox now anywhere from $1.62 to $1.70 favorite. So you're seeing in excess of a 30-cent move on this particular game. Have to say I agree with it. You can't like the White Sox lineup for consistency, but I think in this particular situation, this is as good a situational play as you're going to find. White Sox here against the young lefty probably get into the bullpen rather early just because of the amount of innings that the youngster can throw here. Quintana very steady, like the White Sox. If you want to try and go ahead and convert it over, if you're not thrilled with the White Sox at the high price and you want to go run line, you can get the Chicago White Sox, turn them into an underdog of about $1.25. The problem you have with the White Sox on the run line is you got to count on them to score. So with this particular team, run line can be very, very tricky. You're almost at times better off just playing them and laying a big number rather than trying to convert into run line. That bullpen for Seattle is bad enough to give up a bunch of runs late. So I think Chicago wins this one. We're looking at a total in this contest where I probably won't play. But the game opened 8 minus 20 towards the over. It's now gone to 8 under, anywhere from like minus 7 cents to minus 15 cents. So a little bit of action on the under here. Like the White Sox, like them a lot here. My best recommendation would be probably just to play them and lay the price here. And I really don't like to lay that kind of price, and I probably won't get to the window with them at minus $1.65, where the price seems to sit right now. the riskier try, but the more, the more upside try is on the run line here, taking back 1.25 with Quintana. Hey, a 5-3 game in favor of the White Sox certainly very possible in this contest. So you may want to look that way with the White Sox. Take your chances with them on the run line here. A team that hasn't been dependable offensively, especially against lefties all season long, but could be dependable here today against this group of pitchers.